So Professor Dayang is a pediatric surgeon, consultant pediatric surgeon. She's also presently a director of Tun Fatimah Hashim Women's Leadership Center at UKM Bangi. So she was the head of pediatric surgery at the Faculty of Medicine from 2011 until 2019. She was also very instrumental for the development of advanced pediatric laparoscopic services and advanced surgical skills center for Faculty of Medicine. So Professor Dayang also was involved in the fellowship training. She started the pediatric surgery MOH program in June 2001 after completing 18-month gazettement in general surgery following passing FRCS in the UK in 1999. She is a member of a National Credentialing Committee for Subspecialty in Pediatric Surgery National Specialist Register since 2009, and she is very experienced, and she will talk on the NSR and fellowship training. The platform is yours, Prof. Dayang.
Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih Prof. Nolaila for the kind introduction. I'm so honored to be with Dato' Hairi and Dr. Nofara. And to all the participants, thank you for making time to be with us this morning. Masa saya pas dulu-dulu tak ada orang nak bagi guidance macam ni Prof. Nolaila.
Yes.
So kita dalam personal and professional development postgrad ni kita ambil maklum lah, kita untuk yang first year kita ada buat, untuk yang final year ni pun kita bersungguh lah nak bagi you all guidance ya. So I hope you pay particular attention to what has been presented, rumuskan dan ada sikit task for everybody ya. Tujuan saya hari ni Prof. Nolaila and other panelists, also participant, mainly nak encourage you what need to be done ya. Saya tak ada nak cakap lama-lama. Actually, I want to tell you why this is important. So you pass as a specialist, and then you are all worried when you're going to start your specialist allowance, or when you're going to get your specialist allowance. What is this NSR about? You pass as a specialist, okay? But when you enter NSR, you enter the registry, you enter as a consultant. You must remember that. Okay, and that is why you need the post-qualification training. Okay, masa saya zaman dulu kita post-qualification training ni kita tak ada spell out sangat. Bila ada NSR yang walaupun dah ada revision akta medical, akta perubatan, kita tak implement lagi. Each of the subspecialty committee ada pelbagai requirement. Ada yang kata nak eligibility to put in application to enter NSR is after 2 years. Ada yang after 6 months. Dia nak sekalikan dengan specialist allowance. Ada yang 3 years. Pit surgery dulu, eligibility to apply to enter NSR was after 3 years of post qualification training. Okay. So saya ingat sekarang ni dah bagus lah, dah setara So eligibility to apply to enter NSR for all specialty is 2 years. After 2 years supervised post qualification training. Maksudnya saya nak emphasize pada semua, kalau you nak masuk NSR to enter as a consultant, and now kalau you nak pergi private pun semua private hospital nak nama you dalam NSR. Dan seperti kata Datuk Hairi tadi, is a crime if you practice as a consultant but your name is not in the register. Okay, so don't play lah. Maksudnya selepas you pass ni, you kena pastikan you berada di center atau di bawah orang yang as also NSR registered. Okay, as to be a supervisor, and you have to be in a place that is recognized training. Okay, so janganlah pergi ke mana-mana ikut suka you saja, and then after 2 years you dapati bila you submit your application to enter NSR, you tak diterima, subspecialty committee tu tak terima you, tak recognize you punya training. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, so that's number 1. And it's not tied up macam apa ni, kalau you di dalam you risau dalam KKM, oh saya dapat tak specialist allowance. As far as I know, the specialist allowance is still given 6 months after you graduate. Okay, jadi macam zaman COVID ni ada tertunda sikit, you ambil exam, you pass, you jangan risaulah ya. Tetapi saya tahu disebabkan subspecialty committee sekarang ni kita bercakap tentang re-accreditation of those who are already in the register. Okay, jadi bermaksud mungkin selepas ni perubahan pada specialist allowance tu berlaku. Tapi I cannot answer that question because I'm not in MOH. Saya dulu di MOH 12 tahun sebelum saya join UKM. Okay, kita tak terfikir pun nak join. Masa tu saya tak terfikir lah, bukan kita, saya tak terfikir nak join universiti. Jadi di KKM saya 12 tahun sebelum saya join UKM. That's why saya saya ambil fellowship tu. Now, katakan you di dalam general surgery. Dalam NSR tadi saya rasa Dr. Farah ada sebut ke tak sebut Dr. Farah tadi pasal yang 2 tahun yang Datuk Khairi tadi. You cannot be in two specialty. You cannot be registered in contohnya nak duduk dalam pit surgery, nak duduk dalam general surgery, tak boleh. Grandfather clause lah kita allow beberapa orang sahaja, yang dulu-dululah yang super senior surgeon lebih awal daripada zaman Datuk Mahmud dulu semua ni. Kalau you all tak tahu siapa Datuk Dr. Muhammad Noor, he was head of surgery for over 25 years. Sekarang dah mantan lah ya. Pernah jadi mantan dekan Fakulti Perubatan juga. He was the first person. He was the person who was who made subspecialty training possible for surgery. Okay. Dulu kita tak ada vascular, breast endocrine. Dia lah startkan pediatric surgery dan sebagainya. Jadi now bila you dah jadi specialist, you make sure you berada di dalam training center and buy an NSR registered specialist. Okay, so dia boleh monitor you. Okay, then you fulfill, kalau you nak buat apa-apalah, family medicine ke, pit surgery ke, you pergi kepada website SCC tu, subspecialty committee tu, apa requirement dia. Saya ambil contoh macam pit surgery, clear kita tulis itu ya. Untuk masuk sila untuk apply, sila pastikan ada advanced pediatric life support as a provider, kita boleh macam tu. Tapi ada calon-calon bila dia apply, dia tak nak pakai APLS, dia pakai PALS, Pediatric Advanced Life Support. Dia beza tau dua ni. Ada huruf A, ada huruf P, ada huruf A, ada huruf L, ada huruf S. Tapi kedudukan dia not the right one, it's not the same. Because the APLS has intensive training for surgical and trauma. Okay, burns and trauma. Yang PALS ni banyak pada cardiology dan medical. Okay, jadi akibat tu kita tak boleh proses lah macam Datuk Khairi kata tu. You technically di NSR dah kata you tak terima, tak diterima sebab you tak fulfill the minimum requirement. Okay. Satu lagi saya nak cakap, bila agaknya you nak apply together ke masa you nak masuk NSR ni, lepas tu you buat juga untuk fellowship. Boleh tak you mendaftar bersama? Saya melihat kepada most of you ada HLP kan, under HLP, then you are required to go back and serve the country first. As macam saya pun bila saya pass FRCS, saya tak boleh terus buat pit surgery. Saya diminta gazette dulu kita ada proses gazettement. Dan untuk external qualification 18 bulan tau. Lepas tu 18 bulan tu bila you buat kerja 18 bulan, bukan kita tak langsung dapat specialist allowance for the 18 months. Bila dia backdate pun dia hanya backdate 6 bulan saja. And I think that yang dulu sebelum saya macam Datuk Zakaria semua tu, dia buat gazettement proses 18 bulan, dia backdate dan specialist allowance 18 bulan, dia kaya raya. Tapi macam saya ni, dia backdate cuma 6 months saja. So similarly, yang those katakan yang ada European Board Pediatric Surgery, yang ada external qualification, you need to do, and masters, you need to do your supervision, under supervision for your general practice first. Okay, saranan saya sebab fellowship training ni dia lebih detail, elok you usahakan masuk NSR. Sebab tak bermakna kalau you dah ada apa-apa training fellowship tu tapi you tak ada dalam NSR. Okay, dan saya tak tahulah kalau fellowship Dr. Farah dia memang kena dalam NSR dulu ke ataupun tak ada, saya rasa tak spell out kan. Tapi kalau dalam subspecialty committee, kita pun tak prevent you. But I'm telling you, you know, you will face even more hurdle kan. Sebab nama you tak ada dalam register, tapi you dah minta fellowship. Ini berlaku kepada beberapa kandidat yang telah memohon masuk dalam NSR. Dia kata, saya dah ada specialty training pun, kenapa saya dah ada training yang macam fellowship ni tapi saya masih tak masuk dalam NSR ya. So don't get confused, okay? The other thing Prof Nala yang saya nak umumkan kepada partisipan kali ini ialah bila masuk nak masuk NSR, ada orang yang dia buat PhD. Dia buat PhD 3 tahun di universiti jadi dia macam tak puas hatilah, dia dah senior, dia buat PhD tapi kita dalam NSR macam tak ambil kira dia punya PhD tu kita tak kira dia senior, dia dah pas lama dah Kenapa ini berlaku? Ini berlaku kerana NSR, National Specialist Register, kita masuk sebagai consultant clinical. It is for clinical practice. Okay? PhD tu, you know, ialah kerangka 8 MQA. Dia adalah research base. Yang kita tahu bila you buat research base, you memang tak hands on sangat. Okay? Jadi unless there are some specialty yang ambil kira PhD, saya tahu saya tidak. Sebab tu jangan rasa you must be clear from the start. The academic part of your PhD is the academic part of it. But to enter NSR, you must show evidence that you are clinically competent as a consultant. Okay? And therefore, you need to fulfill the requirement of the subspecialty committee of the discipline that you want. Okay? I hope that is clear. Saya dapati juga ada beberapa universiti, hausan pengajar universiti, contoh UM, yang dia tidak akan bayar consultant allowance on call kalau nama consultant tu tidak ada dalam NSR. Mungkin tak berlaku di UKM dan saya harap ada perubahan lah sebab it's very important. It's very important to be in the NSR because you have at least reached the minimum requirement to show that you are a safe consultant. Okay? Jadi apa berlaku ialah ramai yang pernah memohon masuk NSR. Dia kata tujuan dia tolong segerakan sebab dia dah tak dapat specialist allowance dia di institut dia Jadi pengalaman saya kenapa ini berlaku? Ini berlaku pertamanya kalau again and again dia tak fulfill the minimum requirement. Look back sama ada isu dengan primary degree. I think Datuk Khairi ada sebut tadi Di zaman-zaman dulu ataupun I think now it doesn't happen lah a lot of the non-citizen especially, saya sebut non-citizen maksudnya bukannya expat dia bukan non-citizen ataupun citizen yang primary degree dia not recognized by MMC, okay, tetapi dibenarkan masuk dan mengambil master's program, okay. I think now sekarang tak berlaku kan Prof Laila, tetapi di beberapa tahun dulu memang asalkan you bayar untuk masuk program tu, you diterima tanpa melihat your primary degree. Isunya ialah mungkin masa you training masters tu you diberi TPC. Okay, you boleh pergi buat rotation TPC. Tapi bila you lulus and then you nak sambung sebagai masuk NSR, we will still look at your primary degree. You punya MD tu yang medical undergraduate tu. Kalau you punya tidak termasuk dalam degree yang disenarai putihkan oleh MMC iaitu degree recognized by MMC, you kena ambil EPR. Jadi this is a special exam. Kalau selagi you tak ambil tu, kita dalam subspecialty committee, kita akan kata you, kalau kita masukkan you dalam NSR, nanti you dapat senang bertugas. Tapi you ada isu dengan APC. Okay? So the entire thing is tied up one another. Jadi amat penting kalau ada calon kita punya student tahun yang master student kita ni yang primary degree dia mungkin bukan dari recognized university tapi dapat masuk master's program dan nak habis, lepas tu ada seperti biasa nak masuk NSR dan sebagainya. Take this time yang 2 years ni also untuk sit for EPR. Okay? Make sure your primary degree is recognized by MMC. There is no issue nanti nak bagi you APC. Sebab tak guna kan you masuk NSR, lepas tu you tak boleh praktis. APC you sangkut. Itu berlaku kepada ada calon yang memohon dalam SSC surgery. Sebab EPR dia tidak, dia tak sit for EPR, dia punya primary degree not recognized. Jadi kita pun nak tolong pun susah kan. Takkan institusi tu every time nak buat TPC saja untuk calon ni. Okay? Saya rasa untuk fellowship training pula, saya punya pengalaman Prof dan Laila ialah I probably am the only one kot, lepas tu tak dibenarkan, yang ada 2 tempat luar negara. Again, ambil fellowship training MOH ni sebab dia sangat bagus. Ini opportunity kerajaan bagi, memanglah you nampak macam sekarang ni you kena bayar balik. I nak bagi tahu you sebenarnya kerajaan setiap daripada you yang ambil fellowship ni, the grant yang kerajaan letak pada you lah 1 million. Kita dah buat perkiraan tu. Sebab tu kita harap you all pergi overseas 1 year saja. Bukannya yang the whole semua luar negara. Murah tu sebenarnya Dr. Farah tunjuk penalty kalau dah pergi duduk all the whole 3 years, lepas tu nak bayar balik sikit aja tu kan. The expenses actually 1 million. So macam saya buat saya extend sebab masa saya pergi, saya buat fellowship MOH 3 tahun. Tahun ketiga tu saya pergi luar negara dan saya ni masa kita pergi kat luar negara tu kita dibenarkan terus buat subspecialty. Tapi for the subspecialty, or maybe I'm being reminded I should speak in English because there are some of you are from overseas, for the subspecialty training, when you do the 3 years fellowship program under MOH, the 3rd year, the final year, you may choose to do subspecialty training. You may start. And for me, at that point of time, the government, the Ministry of Health dictate that I should be doing minimally invasive surgery in pediatrics. It's not my interest, you know. I want to tell you honestly, it was not my interest. And I'm an advanced pediatric laparoscopist, but it was not my interest. They told me, you go and find a place for training and learn how to do laparoscopies. And so I did. And at that point in time, I got a scholarship to go for 1 year to UK. They were about to start a training program in UK at that time. One of the southern hospital. I went there, but after 1 month, I decided I got another offer to go, and I applied actually, and offer in Australia, okay, to be trained fully by a world-renowned peds laparoscopist. So I had to make changes. JPA masa tu, sekarang ni saya ingat scholarship tu di bawah MOH, dulu di bawah JPA. Previously the scholarship was under JPA, okay. So you need to change, you need to write in and change your center of training from UK. I needed to do that. And as a young specialist, I didn't know what to do. Okay, but my mentor at that time, Datuk Mahmud, was so kind. He drafted the letter in, he proposed that the change. Now, what I want to hammer in here is that if you ever want to change from one center to another when you are abroad, please do it formally. There will be people who tell you, please do this quietly, it's okay, you get a scholarship. You know why? Because part of fellowship training program is to build network. Okay, so you go there, you do your work well, you are opening channels for the rest for future trainees as well. So do it right once and for all when you're there. Okay, so that was done for me, and I went to Australia and I came back. Okay, and I completed the I wasn't too penalized because I was working and completed all the requirement before I was dilepaskan dengan izin to KPT. Okay, the teaching hospital is not under MOH, as you know. The teaching hospital is under Ministry of Higher Education. So I hope Prof. Nolaila, I have enlightened people the need to have fellowship training, because you need to start specialize. The country needs you to be doing such specialty. In this COVID, for example, you see that our fellow anesthetists are holding the fort to manage ICUs, when all of us know that the best for the patient are critical care physicians. Okay, so I hope a lot of you will want to do critical care physician. I know this is a as much as pediatric surgeon is so rare to get people to do ped surgery, okay, to start specialize in such specialty in ped surgery like hepatobiliary, MIS, urology and so forth. Similarly, I hope there will be a lot of you who wants to do critical care in pediatrics and in adult, because you can see now it's just not optimum that our patients in this COVID situation are managed by those who are not super expert in it, kan? We want the best, and of course we all are doing our best. So with that, Prof. Nolaila, I think I give back to you the floor. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much, Prof. Dayang, for an overview. You know how the training and what you've gone through that you shared with all the participants.